Before we start, a quick word from our sponsor, eBay Live. If you've never checked it out, eBay Live is eBay's live shopping experience built for collectors. It's where you find rare, exclusive, and hard-to-find items through live auctions and special drops you can only get there. What makes it different is the energy and the community. Real sellers, engaging hosts like Sports Cards Nonsense, and streamers that make it fun and interactive. It's all backed by eBay's protection and authenticity guarantees, so you can shop with confidence. Just download the eBay app and hit the eBay Live button under the search bar and jump in. Now back to your show.
Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense.
I know you were recording. You can have your space.
We started this with a Casey Musgraves, Space Cowboy.
I'm a big Casey Musgraves fan.
You're a country fan. I don't know if people would know that about you. I don't know if we really talked about that on this show.
Country music fan?
Yeah.
I like country music.
Do you like all music, or are you mainly?
I like all music.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like a lot of country, but probably not nearly as much as you do.
Have you heard of Will Ferrell's son?
Why is this going around everywhere? We also do have very similar.
Yes, and he's
beats.
Will Ferrell's doing a really good job promoting his son.
Is he actually? I haven't seen Will Ferrell talk about it. I've just seen other people talk about Will
really?
Ferrell's son. Yeah.
I've seen that. All I've seen was Will Ferrell talk about his son. Magnus. Yeah. Magnus Ferrell.
Yeah, he does some good music.
Amazing
good
music.
Voice.
Yeah. I wish I could sing.
We have a lot to go over in this episode, and I hate to cut our nonsense short. I'm not planning to cut it short because I want to interweave it throughout as usual. But
all right.
I do feel like we have to start jumping into this pretty soon.
This is the number one non-sports.
I mean, there's a lot of notes.
Trading card podcast ever.
To be fair, yes, that is 100% true.
True.
There is no other podcast that is as big as ours that focuses on the non-sport.
Not even big in
TCG
size,
community.
Just the best.
Big in heart. I would say
we're the best.
That's more of a condition.
DJ Khaled would say that we were the best.
That being said,
you understand that joke.
I don't know where to start on this list. Can you tell me where you want to start? Point to one of these things. I have
your index finger.
Index,
wherever that is.
This one,
record sale, I think.
Oh, I got record sale. Sure, we can start with a record sale. Record sale of the very lucky Black Cat from V-Friends.
Yes, the Superfractor, right?
Sold for that was the Erupt.
The Erupt, but it was the Superfractor, right?
Yes, it was the Erupt, very lucky Black Cat V-Friends Superfractor. That just sold. That's a mouthful. Sold for like $132,000 to be exact. I talked to the guy, one of these guys who's really big into breaking V-Friends over on Whatnot. We were
your favorite platform.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day if we ever actually start breaking over there. After the national, after all these shows, the summer months, man, they have flown by with all this stuff going on. So it's like finally things are going to start slowing down and getting back to normal. So yes, there will be breaking over there. It just hasn't happened yet. That sale was made by someone that. The people that are in the V-Friends community that know who the big spenders are, they didn't know that person. So they were actually pretty pumped.
So it wasn't, I know there's
it was not the guy that put out
Cat collect.
Yes, there was a guy who put out the bounty for $100,000 on that card. And obviously it sold for $132,000. I think he had openly said if they don't accept the bounty, he's not going to make an offer on it. He's already made his offer. So the fact that there were other offers out there, other people willing to buy, I thought that was kind of interesting. People that they didn't even know were part of that community. So
who ended up with the card? Was it the guy that had the bounty out?
No. I'm saying it was the guy that they don't know. It was some other person.
Some other person. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of cool for the V-Friends community. I think that's very positive for them, knowing that there's big spenders out there still willing to buy. There were some other, since we're already on that subject,
some record sales.
We still I feel like we're beating the horse of Disney to death because we talk about Disney sales every week and how big Disney is.
But Disney's hot right now.
But it keeps going up.
Yes.
And we have to continue to update people on it. And we'll do, again, Getting Nerdy in here is a great resource. That's what we used last time. It's run by, I didn't realize at the time, it's run by the Mamba Cards guys. They run a big non-sport breaking operation over on TikTok, but they have the top Disney sales from July 19th to July 25th. They also have the top Marvel sales. We can kind of go through them really quick. What's interesting though is on the top Disney sales, There is one that actually comes in second place that is not on the list. I was reading through the comments, and I actually, it was PHL Cards who made this comment. He actually comes in second place. So when we get to second, I'll share with that one. But number 10 on the list, we're already starting. Like, I think, let me actually check. Last week when we started this, the low card on that list, the lowest of the top 10, that card cost almost 6,000. It was 5,900. The lowest on this list, 11,500. We've already like almost doubled what the last week's lowest card was.
Yeah.
So this is the 2023 Mickey Mouse out of 99, a PSA 10, sold for 11,500. The 2023 Minnie Mouse out of 25, sold for 12,200. Out of, again, 2023 Disney, out of 28, this is the red and black wave. It's the Mickey Fractor, whatever you want to call it. 14,500 for Cinderella. 2023 Mickey Mouse out of 75, sold for $15,000. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned this on all of them. They're all PSA 10s, all PSA 10s so far. The next one is a 2026 Mickey and Minnie Super Fractor. It's the voice actors. It was a dual auto, so they're real autographs of the voice actors. It came back. It was just graded as PSA authentic, but it sold for $15,300. Next 2023 Mickey Mouse out of 100. So this is that diamond refractor. It's really cool looking in my opinion. It was a PSA 9, sold for $15,500. The next one was a tie at spot number 4. A 2025 Disney Chrome Lightning McQueen 1 of 1. It was the variation. So you had that one and a 2026 Ariel and Prince Eric 1 of 1, the voice actor auto. It's a dual auto of the voice actors. That 1 of 1 was not graded. The Lightning McQueen was a PSA 9. Those both sold for $16,500. Your next one, number 3, this is also crazy because a week ago, this card sold for, let me actually get the price for it. It was, this is an Elsa from 2023 Disney 100. It sold for $18,785. Oh, actually, that's the one I took a screenshot of. Never mind. It was the same one. So $18,785 PSA 10 Elsa from 2023 out of 100. All right. So here's the next one. The next one, it would technically actually be number 3, but it's number 2 on this list. 2023 Mickey and Minnie out of 10 facsimile auto. It's a BGS 9, sold for $20,000. Again, it's the black refractor out of 10, very rare. So the next one is actually going to be 2024 case of Disney Sapphire. So Disney Sapphire got sold, I think it was like on Dave and Adam's website for $40,000 and it sold. So, and it was actually PHL Cards who bought that. So he was actually one of the ones who assisted with some of the charity stuff we did with the card show for kids. That $40,000 sale for a case of cards would be huge. It'd be like one of the biggest Disney sales there had been. But then this last Friday, July 24th, a case of 2023 Disney 100 just sold. Did you see this at all?
I did not.
Any guess as to
a case of Disney 100? And there's 10?
There's 12 boxes in these cases.
Ooh, let me see. Let me do some math.
Well, I need a quicker answer.
I got you. 60,000.
60,000. That's based on a $5,000 a box price, which is what we talked about them going for. 78,000. So we are now estimating 78,000 divided by 12 comes out to be. I was going to give you the opportunity to.
Sorry.
You had the calculator. That's okay. Yeah, $6,500. So $6,500 a box is what it's coming out to be. I fully believe we see $100,000 price tag on a case of Disney 100 before the end of the year. So that's insane. Those are the big numbers. It takes a lot of time to go through all of those. So I don't think I'm going to do all of the ones for the Marvel sales. I think I'll just do the top 5 sales there. Top 5 sales where it was a tie for number 5. 2024 Spider-Man out of 25. That was the first year of Topps Marvel Spider-Man as a PSA 9. That sold for $5,000. It was a tie with the 2025 Spider-Ham Superfractor, just raw. So that was your first one. The next one, 2026 Fantastic Four 1/1. This is from Marvel Studios, the 2025. So actually, the naming on there is a little confusing. It was from the 2025 Marvel Studios product. It was the 1/1. It was the triple auto between Pedro Pascal, Invisible Woman, and the Galactus character. That was a PSA 8.5, but again, it's a 1/1, so I don't know how many people cared for that. Sold for $6,100. I actually thought that was a little low, but people have not been as into Marvel Studios as I would have thought. It has not hit. And they like the Marvel Comics one, I feel like, a lot better than the Marvel Studios, which is like the real life movie version of it. I'm just kind of surprised by that personally. The next one was 2024 Black Panther out of 10, the Patrimony card. Again, this is from Topps Chrome Marvel. 2024 was the first year that came out. I really do think those cases, that may be something a lot of people want to start looking at. I think there's one on eBay right now for 15 grand. I've been really thinking about buying it because I think that as we see Disney continue to go up, I think you're going to see that first year Marvel also go up. It hasn't gone up quite yet. I mean, it's up, but it's not up nearly as much as the Disney has been. But that one sold for $6,700. And then your number 2 sale was a 2026 Spider-Man out of 5. So this latest year of Marvel Chrome sold for $9,000. And then lastly, you've got your 2024 Spider-Man out of 50. That one sold for $10,200 as a PSA 9. Those are your biggest Disney and Marvel sales in the last week. It's a very interesting time that we're in right now for the non-sport community, just seeing the amount of growth. I did like a little interview thing with Mojo Breaks guys who they're out in California, and they were asking some questions about non-sport. And they said recently, and I haven't seen this, but he said Gary V had predicted that the non-sport card community will be as big as the sports card community in, I think, the next 5 years, which that'd be something to see. I mean, that's a very
just large, non-sports, not counting TCG.
Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously, I think you have to consider those two different categories, right? Like TCG and non-sport. Yeah. I think that's how we've always, I mean, not always. There was a time where I was considering more TCG and non-sport cards to be under the umbrella of non-sport cards because they're all non-sport cards. But I think that's too reductive for the TCG community. I think they need to have their own.
And then once you found out what all it takes to be a TCG, and you're like, yeah, we got to separate them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different world. It's a different world. Honestly, that's what I've come to appreciate more and more. So
the mechanics of the games, like all of it, it's super important.
Mm-hmm. So just as a podcasting tip 101,
when you're taking a drink,
if I'm taking a drink, then you
keep talking.
Gotcha. That way. Yeah. But you knew. That's what's great. I mean, I didn't have to explain it. You already knew.
I don't know how deep of a gulp you were taking over there.
It was a big gulp. It was a big. What are you guys drinking? Big gulps? What's that from?
Super Troopers? I don't know.
Dumb and Dumber. So close. All right. So we've knocked out our big sales. I've got Logan Paul and Gary V thing. So the Logan Paul, and this is like, we're going to take a little side quest on this. So Logan Paul and Gary V, I am the moderator of the thing at the National on Thursday. It's at noon. It's in Hall G. It's on the main stage. If you guys are going to the National, go there. Check it out. It'll be fun. I mean, I hope it'll be fun. I'm slightly nervous because it's like I don't have a lot of questions already prepared. I threw up a post in the non-sports cards nonsense group, which there's a lot of TCGers in there and non-sporters, and not the best feedback so far. Like a lot of them just kind of insulting of the two individuals. People are haters gonna hate. I am still working on like some questions for them because they're going to talk about their love for TCG and what goes into that. And I fully believe we're probably going to spin into non-sport cards as well. But I want to try and
I wonder if originally it was supposed to be non-sports interview and then they didn't know what to call it. So they just said TCG.
I think that, you know what?
I think that's probably what happened.
I would think so. It's Logan Paul is way into Pokemon right now, obviously. And Gary Vee is way into non-sports cards. I think there's going to be like an in-between that we will end up finding. I fully intend on bringing up Lorcana as well. By the way, did you know Lorcana? I saw this post. This is another post that I pulled from the internet. Instagram Gempire Cards.
All right.
They've got like 60,000 followers. It's actually a really big page. In the last 6 months, they did, based on Card Ladder and Collector app, the sales of these cards, they pulled some data on TCGs. They said over the last 6 months, number one TCG. Any guesses?
Lorcana, since we're bringing it up.
Lorcana. I mean, up 172% over the last 6 months.
Let's go.
Dragon Ball Z in number 2, up 124%, and Pokemon up 91%. That was the last 6 months. Break it down a little bit further. The last 3 months, Lorcana is still up 118%. One Piece up 31%. Pokemon up 23%. Now, this is what I found really interesting, though. In the last month, Pokemon is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Lorcana is number 2. Bitcoin is number 3.
Oh.
One Piece, then Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, S&P 500, NVIDIA, Gold, and Tesla. I actually really appreciate.
Insane.
I appreciate that they put in order your return based on if you had invested like in an index fund of these different things. If you could do that with a TCG, but it was nice to see in the last month, Lorcana still maintained the second spot. Pokemon was number 1, but what was really interesting was just how much of a slowdown. So on the 3-month one, we had just said Lorcana was up, 118%. Granted, One Piece was up 31. Pokemon was up 23. Not huge numbers, but then in the last 1 month, Pokemon's only up 5%. Lorcana's only up 3%. I thought that was kind of interesting to see, like, oh, we're seeing like a little bit of a slowdown right now. I fully believe like we're also at that point where in the next week, kids start going back to school. You're seeing a lot of these shows, like people were at the San Diego Comic-Con. They were at Fanatics Fest. They're going to the National this week. A lot of people who are going to buy, they're going to buy in person. You're not going to see those sales online everywhere. I think you're going to continue to see maybe just like a slow next few weeks to a month until you get towards the end of August, because people are also going to recuperate after all these shows and they're going to be back to school, and then the families are focusing more on work. Summer vacations are over. So this kind of happens in the card market.
Yeah, it happens in every market. It'll be slow till October.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, historically, it does seem to be a little bit of a slowdown around the big shows over the summer, and then you start seeing it pick back up.
Once like Halloween, like being close to Halloween, people are going to start thinking about the holidays.
Oh yeah.
And then they're going to start spending money again.
Yeah. They'll start planning on gifts and things like that too. Like, oh, I know my kid's a big card collector. I need to go out and start buying this or whatever.
They'll recover from their vacations and then they'll start spending money again.
Yes.
And then people are all inside.
Well, and that's what we want. We want the nerds inside collecting cardboard.
Get back in that basement.
Yeah. Don't come out. We don't. I don't like out. I don't want to be out. I want to
see that neck beard.
So going back to the whole thing with Logan Paul and Gary Vee at the National, you had sent me over this morning this thing where Logan Paul posted 3 days ago this YouTube video of him going full ham on Pokemon, the first Pokemon cards. So the
first TCG Pokemon cards, not first appearance.
Oh,
because the first appearance is still the card-ass Top Sun cards.
Which I still have mine.
Yeah.
I'm holding.
So the first TCG Pokemon cards.
Yes.
That's what he's going for.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to bring that up. The whole card-ass. Like,
he knows that.
Yeah. I mean, but it's just interesting because he's going after these first TCG Pokemon. I'm curious if he's gone after those other ones.
He actually purchased a vending card-ass machine.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting. So this video the title is like how he spent $2.7 million on these first Pokemon cards because he's trying to complete this set from this. It's called a Cora Comics magazine. Mm-hmm. It's out of Japan.
It's like a manga magazine.
Yeah, it's got like tutorials in it. It's got comics in it. And in many cases, it would also have cards that you could actually peel out of a little insert that would be in there. And in this case, they had these first TCG Pokemon cards in there. And I believe there's like 37 of them, I want to say. And he is trying to now complete this set of them in PSA 10s.
Mm-hmm.
So multiple things I found fascinating about this. So that set that he's trying to complete, one, there's like they call it the shiny, not shiny, what are they? Glossy.
The glossy. Because you're peeling it from the.
Yes.
There's only one. I think there's only one that's not appealable. And that is the last card, which is the Koro Shining Mew.
Oh.
And that's the card is just in the book.
In the book. Yeah. So he ended up getting all of them except for the 2 cards that there are no PSA 10s for 2 of these 35 or 37 cards. It was the glossy.
I think there's only one that wasn't a PSA 10.
The glossy Jigglypuff and the glossy.
I think
Pikachu.
the Jigglypuff, there's a pop of 2 or 1.
Oh, I thought there wasn't.
No,
that one.
There is one.
So
there is
it's just
the
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
So
there's
the
a
Pikachu
pop 0
has no PSA 10. He's trying to get the first one. And he is going through, he's buying up like old books. He's buying, like some of these also had like some pre-production cut sheets where you could get the cards from there. And it's a whole thing. What I really found interesting about this was not so much like the specific cards, which I mean, that's cool. I didn't know about those core cards, or I didn't know that that's where it was from. But what I found interesting was he's sent them to PSA to get graded. And he even admitted in the video that he is a part investor in Collectors owns PSA. He sends these cards off and he's like, these look great. They look excellent. He's showing them off. And from, the naked eye, from what we're seeing is they do look really good.
Yeah.
He's thinking, it's going to come back a 9, maybe a 10. And he sends them and they come back. I think the Jigglypuff came back as a PSA 2,
which is crazy.
The Pikachu came back as a PSA 5. It was absolutely insane to see like this happen, because to see it happen to me or to, the Joe Schmo who sends their cards into PSA thinking, oh, I'm going to get a 9 or a 10, and it comes back as like a 6 or a 5, and you're like devastated, and you're like, how does this happen? It makes no sense. It's expected to happen to us. But when you're talking about like a person who's like invested in the company, I'm thinking to myself, oh, these cards are coming back at 10. Yeah, he's getting 10s right away. And they see it come back as a 2 and a 5 was like kind of eye-opening. And I actually appreciated it because I'm like, oh, so this happens to other people too. It's not just, it's not like a gaming of the system necessarily. This is every person, whether they are investing in the company or not, still has to go meet the standards of grading. And what they found out afterward, because he even said was like, all right, well, now I'm going to crack this because I don't care for that. I don't believe it. He was comparing other like PSA 6s to his PSA 5 and how the edges were like so much worse. And like, how did this get a 5? He's like, this makes no sense. I'm going to take it over to tag grading. And he takes it to tag grading, and they basically say the same thing because there's like these little bins in the card itself, like on the surface.
You can't see it
really
with the naked eye.
Yeah, it's hard to see with the naked eye unless it's just under the just right lighting. And that's where, okay, now it makes sense why it got the grade that it got. But I really found it interesting that they would incorporate that into this, where it's like, this guy's an investor in PSA, and everybody's like, either you really love PSA or you're very upset that PSA is as big as they are and you have a lot of negative things to say. And I can understand that people are like, well, why isn't my grade with this other grading company as valuable? I totally do understand that. But to see somebody who's a part owner of it be like, oh, well, I'm taking it over to Tag, and then Tag says the same thing.
Which is crazy.
I thought, I was like, you know what? That kind of, I don't know. It helped me feel better about like, because, you hear enough conspiracy theories out there. It's like, oh, well, they'd give that person a 10 because they like that person, and they're not going to give me a 10 because they don't know me. And it's like, oh, well, if they're not going to do it for him, and I guess that maybe this is not as conspiracy theory as some may make it out to be. So anyways, that was one of the things I thought was like kind of interesting about that whole thing. The other thing is, and this is really come up with the post I made in the Non-Sports Cards Nonsense Facebook group about like, hey, send me your questions for this TCG interview thing I'm going to be doing with these guys. And a lot of them, like I said, I read them to you. They're not the most positive.
They're not too nice about our boy Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Or Gary V.
Yeah. Much more Logan Paul hate, but yeah, also Gary V hate too. And And this is what I've come down to, because I have not always been very kind myself when talking about Logan Paul.
Where did that?
I think
I just want to know where is this malicious like thought process? Like, where is everybody? I know that he did things in the past that weren't the great, right? But we've all made mistakes in the past, right? And just, I'm so glad that when we were kids, there weren't cameras around.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know, so like,
so he does some stupid stuff. He got like canceled for a minute after some stuff in Japan, and it's like a whole thing. And I can, you can make a mistake and that's fine. He is just one of these people where I'm like, it feels kind of fake or forced. And it feels like, oh, well, this is not somebody who actually cares about cards or anything. After watching this hour-long video, though, because I literally watched all 55 minutes of this thing, I'm like, whether he is a huge diehard Pokemon fan or not, he's definitely a collector. And he is a collector. He is a collector in the sense of all art collectors, or some of the bigger art collectors, are art collectors because they like art, but they also like an investment that goes up in value. And that's what he is. He is like the modern art collector who doesn't want to collect a painting of Rembrandt or Van Gogh. He's
the millennial art collector.
Yes,
he wants exactly what we would be doing if we had buttloads of money like Logan Paul.
Yes. I found it to be much more, I don't know. I found my misgivings melting away as I watched that video. And I thought, oh, maybe I don't dislike this guy as much as I thought. Granted, the fact that he like pumped a card and it sold for $16 million. Yeah, I don't love that look. And I don't love like how there has seemed to be like some pumping of certain markets. So then he can make
Would you not be pumping too?
But that's the thing. It's like, well, if I own that card, I want to talk it up because I like it a lot.
He has the most attention. He has undoubtedly one of the biggest people that watch him all the time. The biggest attention, right?
Yeah, he gets the most attention.
So like my nephew's like 9. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, can we watch WWE? Because I want to watch Logan Paul.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, he's in the area of both Gen Z, millennials. He covers a lot of age groups, and he covers a lot of different content as far as either a YouTuber or a WWEer or a Pokemoner or, just a collector in general. He's got a lot of different areas that he is in, and he has found plenty of people that appreciate what he's doing. He probably doesn't care one bit about the haters out there. And it's like,
I think we need to give him more. We need to give him more credit, because I think that people think that he's dumb. And I actually do think that he's either has great people around him, or he's just like outsmarting everybody all the way through.
Yeah, I agree. And
because if you're a Pokemon collector and you collect Pokemon and you're saying these comments like, I want Logan Paul out of the hobby, you're an absolute moron.
Yeah, I mean, because he is helping the hobby.
Exactly.
If you are a collector of those cards, if you have them of, a collection of your own, that's going up in value undoubtedly because of some of the things he has done.
I mean, you can look at, I think it was 2021 where he did his first edition box break.
Yes.
After that, everything skyrocketed.
And so, and some would argue like, well, now it's harder to get into. Now I can't get it and it's not affordable anymore. And I can understand that argument. It's the same argument that's been made about pretty much all cards in general for the last 5-6 years since COVID boom. And we've seen so many people enter the hobby. It's like, oh, well, now I can't afford to buy the things that I used to buy. Understandable, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't go up in value. Like the people who do have them, including yourself, many of them want them to go up in value, and they want to, that doesn't mean they want to even sell them. Maybe they want to keep them forever until the day they die, and then they can pass them on to a loved one and they can do whatever they want with it. And they'll be happy knowing like, oh, if they wanted to sell it, they could afford a house or something like that. I fully believe that there's going to be negative things with every influencer, every pumper, every person out there.
I mean, you just look like Kevin O'Leary, right?
Yeah, exactly. And
Same thing.
I don't love Kevin O'Leary either, but it's also like, I don't know, at least Logan seems to be a little more entertaining. Like I was actually laughing at a couple of things he said. He was making jokes where I'm like, oh, this guy's watched some of the same content and movies and stuff that I've watched. Like he seems to be.
I'm sure after you meet him and interview him, you're like, I really like this guy.
I mean, I will be completely honest. After it's all over, I'll tell you what I really feel about it, because it could be the very last time I ever do anything with him, and whether I liked him or not, I would still do this.
Ask him to come on the show.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I will. That's a good idea. Why didn't I think about that? Hopefully in the moment I would have thought about that. But yeah, at the same token though, if it is somebody who's like, he seems very fake, he's just happy for the camera, and then the camera goes off, I'll mention that because I've said that about people before. But in this situation, I feel I'm glad you sent me that video. I'm glad I got to watch it because I feel much more open to the possibility of him being a good person, or at least not being as irritating as I've found him in the past. And that's what I just want to be open. I don't want to have a preconceived conclusion in my mind of like, this is what this guy's like. So,
because that's society, right? Everyone says, "Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy." And they get, dude, if I meet you and I like you, it's like, let me meet you first. Let me have a conversation. And, and you, to your point of like, we all put up a character on camera, right? We can't just be like boring.
Sure.
Right? Like the sports boy that you see that's on the podcast is a different Jesse Gibson that's not, right?
For the most part.
You put on a show, you put on a character.
I don't know. Do I though?
You do.
Am I like, I want you to start call me out, or at least either during or after. I'm not gonna put pressure on you, but I want you to tell me when you feel like, that's not me.
You feel obligated to give the people what they want.
Sure, I do. So I am a people pleaser.
So what you hear every week on both podcasts and what you see on social media, it is sports boy character. So when they meet you in person, you have to portray this character.
What would you say I'm like outside of that? Like, what would you say when I'm not sports boy? When I'm Jesse Gibson?
You're just Jesse. You're just like chill and don't want to like entertain anybody.
Like, shut up and leave me alone, you idiot.
Just a normal person. But then you like, I've been around you where like, I feel like I need to be entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. I also enjoy being entertaining at times. But then there's times where it's like
90% of the time. If I've known Sports Boy and I've known you for a very long time, if there's a chance for you to be the center of attention, you will take that chance.
I am what they call an attention prostitute. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. That's fair. I've been called that for most of my life. Actually, ever since 7th grade, after I did the talent show in 7th grade, when I did
that
Bohemian Rhapsody,
something in
it did. Yeah. I didn't realize, I thought people would only make fun of me because I was a fat kid. I was tall, but I was a fat kid. And I was nerdy for sure. And I didn't think people were laughing with me. I thought they were only going to laugh at me. But when I did that talent show, that was the moment where I was like, oh, we can have people laughing with me. Yeah, yes. It doesn't have to be and that's where I realized, oh yeah, this is fun. I enjoy this. So you're right to some degree. And that
was the beginning. I was there. I was there for the inception of Sports Boy.
You were. He didn't
even know what he was doing.
I didn't even know I was being Sports Boy. And yet there I was.
Look, come on.
And yeah, maybe Logan Paul is, I don't know. Does Logan Paul have a nickname? Does he have a Sports Boy?
I'm trying to think. He has a nickname with WWE, but I don't think he does.
Well, maybe Logan Paul is that. Like he's just,
he played, like his,
but he's still, I just want him to still be mostly him. Cause I feel like I'm still mostly Sports Boy when
I'm not the character that he's trying to play. He knows what people like. He's very much aware of what people think, to a point to where his entrance music for WWE, it's called like Humble.
Oh yeah.
So
he's leaning into it.
Yes, he's very much aware of what's going on in the zeitgeist of his world, and he's taking advantage of it, and he's making money from it.
So the title of this segment: do we still hate Logan Paul? Do we, or I don't know. I really want to put a neutral view going into this, and that's
perfect.
That's where I think I am getting to that point. The day that we do that, by the way, for all you listeners, I don't know where this is going to be, to just be completely blunt. I don't know all details, but I do know that is the same day. The interview is the same day as that evening. He is going to be ripping with Ken Golden, a box of 86, 87 Fleer Jordan rookie cards. He has a box that he's going to rip of that, and a first edition Pokemon box as well.
Which is all crazy. You should ask to be part of the.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get in the
moment.
Circle.
Oh, in the moment. That's the thing. I'll be on and I'll be like, I will ask for everything, and I won't care because I'll just be a character of me at that moment. And in the whole thing of him ripping those boxes, is also going to be where at the end he's going to reveal I guess has he already peeled it?
I don't know if he has or not.
He posted as he's going to reveal the card, the shiny or the glossy Pikachu. He is going to reveal this card at that show, but that still wouldn't tell us if it came out as a PSA 10, and that's what we really want to know. So I don't know if he's going to peel it there and then have it graded afterward, or if it will already have been graded. But either way, it'll be interesting to see all of that happen. That is July 30th, this coming Thursday. And I don't know. It's at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. From what I saw, I just don't know where that's going to be. If it's actually at the National or somewhere else. So.
I bet it'll be like at a hotel. You can't.
I think you're right.
That thing will be under lock and key.
All right.
SummerSlam is this weekend. Oh, he doesn't have a match.
He does not have.
He does not have a match. Well, he's injured.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so it's Saturday and Sunday. First hour will be streamed on ESPN for free. So,
man, you know a lot about it already. That's cool.
Yeah,
WWE the first hour is
correct
streamed for free, but then after
you can watch it on TV for free.
Oh, you can watch it on TV for free after
on
that,
ESPN,
but only the first hour. After that, how do you watch it?
You can watch it on the ESPN app. You have to buy it.
You have to buy it. Okay.
Yeah, but if you have
taste, that's how drug dealers work.
If you have a VPN, set it to anywhere in Europe.
Oh,
and you can watch it for free on Netflix.
Really? Is this true?
Yes.
Not all VPNs work like that, though. I've noticed.
Shout out to Surfshark.
Oh, is that who you use?
Yes.
I use private internet access.
Oh.
PIA.
Surfshark. I use Surfshark every day.
Do you really?
Yep.
What are you accessing?
Movies all over.
Just
whatever. If I can't find a movie on Netflix, I'll be like, which countries is showing? And boom.
Do you have I've looked in the past for like a website that shows me what
there
movies
is one
are on Netflix.
There is one website. I can't remember the name of it.
I just type in one, but I can't find one.
We're rewatching all the Fast and Furiouses.
Yeah,
I'm at 5 right now. They're all showing in the Mexico Netflix.
Oh, are they really?
Yes.
Okay, all right, there you go.
And if you have Apple TV, they have an app. Surfshark has an app for Apple TV.
Wait, Apple TV has different shows in different countries?
No, I'm just saying, like, what is it? The Apple TV device?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They have a Surfshark app.
Oh.
So you can turn it on and turn it off.
So does Google. For the Google TV has the same thing for PIA. I don't know if they've got it. I'm sure if they've got it for that, they probably have Surfers.
So,
all right, that's cool.
Shout out to Surfshark.
Not a sponsor.
Pay us.
Yeah. Or, you know what? You should be a sponsor. If we just start sending them a bill, do you think they'll just pay it?
Maybe.
It's worth a shot.
We just need to just send out like 1,000, like, hey, can you sponsor
send
us?
out 1,000 invoices?
Yes.
And that's the thing I'm just really bad about. Like I've told you since from the get-go, I just need to buckle down and just send out something like, hey, would you guys like to sponsor the show?
Send me whatever the written thing is, and I'll do it.
But that's the thing. Back in the day when we were doing it with SCN, I would just reach out to somebody, and it was very rare when anybody would turn us down. It was just like, okay, cool. And now it's like, well, we do have a very large audience across both podcasts and social media. I feel like it would be pretty easy to get some. It's just like, I haven't done it. And
here's the thing. When you're at the National,
yeah,
I don't know if there is going to be any WWE representation there.
Yeah.
But we need to talk to somebody with WWE. And whenever they come into town, they can talk about the sports cards, or because they do interviews like that on the radio all the time.
Sure.
So we need to have somebody. We need to be connected somehow there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll look into that. That's why you have to come next year, though.
Yeah, I'll be there next year for sure. Yeah. Just to take
because this
video.
was going to be Ray. This was going to be Ray doing this. They had asked for a TCG person, and our team had asked me if Ray was going to be there, and unfortunately, he's not. But
if I knew,
well, that's
then I had the opportunity to do it, I would have been there.
I know what you mean. This is one of those where it's like you just have to go and then let the things come to you at that point.
Yeah.
Another item to mention, San Diego Comic-Con. So it looks like it was an absolute amazing show.
Dude,
again,
FOMO.
Right? Yeah. Every year in the last 2 or 3 years, I've thought to myself, I am so mad I'm not there. This time it was like a good reason because you had Fanatics Fest one weekend. The very next weekend you had San Diego Comic-Con, and then this coming weekend you had the National. It's like I go to 2, I can't go to all 3. But next year it's not supposed to be like that, and hopefully it will work where I could go to San Diego Comic-Con. That would be amazing. Because you have a lot of just nerd culture in general. Did you see like the Ryan Reynolds walking around as
That's
Deadpool?
insane, bro.
Man, I just love the video in general, but it was just like, yeah, he's just there taking pictures with people and they don't really realize it's him.
That it's
in
Ryan
the suit.
Reynolds.
But they announced Ryan Gosling's going to play Ghost Rider in the MCU, which I think, honestly, when I saw that, I started wondering if Marvel's, like Topps Marvel Chrome Ghost Rider cards are going to go up in value. I don't know if they have yet. I looked and I couldn't really see many sales that, like, I couldn't check the same card multiple times. There were a lot of different sales of cards, but not the same parallel. So it was hard to do apples to apples. But overall, I do think that's going to be a good thing for anybody collecting that character as far as the value of that card going up.
Nicolas Cage is my Ghost Rider.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I really hope there's some kind of like, especially the more they explore the DC or the MCU, it's like, you got to do some kind of shout out to Nick Cage.
Have you seen the new Spider Noir on
I watched
Amazon?
The first 2 or 3 episodes and I haven't gotten back into it.
I mean to watch it. I forget all about it.
Yeah, I really want to go back to it. They also announced the Matchbox car movie.
I saw the trailer this morning.
I did too.
I'm like, this is Fast and Furious all over
exactly.
again.
I don't really see the tie-in to Matchbox cars other than they call themselves like the Matchbox Gang because they used to play with Matchbox cars. That's the closest tie-in.
I mean, they're supposed to be doing.
They're doing car stuff.
I mean, there's going to be this whole Hasbro universe.
I thought it was Mattel.
But is it Mattel or Hasbro? What is Matchbox?
I'll double check. I thought I remember seeing a Mattel logo at the beginning.
It could have been
Matchbox car maker. It is Mattel.
Mattel.
Yeah. So
who's Barbie? Right.
Mattel was also Barbie. I think so. Or is that Hasbro?
No, that's Barbie.
Okay. Well, either way, I was thinking like, oh, the collectors of Matchbox cars, they'll probably be very happy to see the attention given to it. To see the movie looks funny. Like I think like the preview, the trailer that I saw, I'm like, I genuinely thought a few of those parts were enjoyable. But a plot, like I don't really understand what the plot's going to be. So I think that's going to be the real tell. But I mentioned
John
this.
Cena,
I only mention it because there's so many tie-ins to the collectible world with a lot of these announcements and a lot of the things that you see talked about or revealed at the San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, that's not even to mention the fact that you had like exclusive card giveaways for Marvel Mint at that show from Topps, and then Upper Deck had Absolute Batman cards. So Absolute Batman card set.
Absolute Universe.
Is that what it is? Absolute Universe?
Yeah.
I didn't even write down the full name apparently. But yeah, I think that's really cool that they are incorporating card giveaways and or just like buy exclusive packs or boxes at these shows. It's very, again, FOMO driven for me to want to be there to get some of this stuff. But at the same time, it's like, of course that would make sense. It's the perfect place. You already have like the nerddom of those comic or movie fans. And now it's like, well, let's see if they're interested in some cards as well. The absolute Batman. Let me see. I pulled this up. Okay. So San Diego Comic-Con 2026 DC Absolute Batman Universe, the exclusive trading card set. So this is what they said. Those packs that they were giving away included all 15 base set cards plus one additional parallel card. And it looks like right now the packs, if you wanted one, you can go to eBay. It looks like they're reselling for around $50. They had Superman in there. They had the Joker. They had Martian Manhunter. They had a Wonder Woman. I think a few other characters, a Green Arrow, Catwoman, a few others. But obviously, this whole Absolute Universe Batman, this is like a new thing in the comic books, right? And so this is where you're getting like a lot of more attention for the comic book tie-in to the cards. I think the fact that Upper Deck had these cards ready to go for that show, I'm very curious to see how they do, but the artwork alone looks amazing. I would be definitely
it's
into
ridiculous.
it.
I think they just announced they haven't. I think the new comic book is they're introducing the Absolute Two-Face.
Oh,
awesome!
Oh, really?
Awesome.
That okay?
Yeah.
So, if you're interested in those, they do exist. They're out there right now. I don't know how they'll do over time, but looking at some of the art, I would imagine there's going to be at least a nice collection of people that are going to want those cards.
Oh yeah. Did you see the new Clayface trailer?
I saw that trailer. It looks, I mean, when I first heard they were doing Clayface as the bad guy, I didn't think they could actually pull that off to make it like
look
good.
like
Yeah, even like make it close to like what the animated series Clayface was. Because it's like that was like just like clay monster thing. It's like, how does that even exist in the real world? Because it feels like real world-esque movies, but they're doing it. Man, it looks good.
Looks good.
There was the other thing Upper Deck did or has a product out that has nothing to do with San Diego Comic-Con, but we had someone reach out to us over the weekend. They were looking for a Disney card, but it was from a 2020 Disney e-pack that Upper Deck put out. And it was I think it's like Disney Mickey Mouse set. And there are these e-packs where you had to collect all of the individual cards. I believe there's 90 in total. But if you collected all of these 90 cards, you could send them into Upper Deck and you would get it's essentially like a Mickey Mouse logo man.
That's cool.
It's a
yes.
Mickey Mouse logo man card. It's a picture of Mickey cut from some old Disney comic, and it's really cool looking. I mean, it's a regular card. It looks like a shadow box type of thing with that cutout in there. But the guy who reached out, he apparently is a very big Disney collector. He is putting out a bounty for this Mickey Mouse card. $1 million is what
Is this legit?
That is what he's willing to buy the card for, and he's willing to put $100,000 in the pocket of whoever helps broker that deal. So whoever helps find that deal. I mean, he said he was like into some crypto and stuff like that. So I think that's where he probably got some of his investable money. But he showed me some of his other Mickeys, and they're legit. Like they're 2023 Topps Disney 100 Mickeys. And I don't know. I haven't seen this card before. The one
people are just going around showing you their Mickeys.
Well, no, I get that actually a lot, probably more than you would think. But this, he says like the Mickey Mouse Zillion card. It's him painting. He showed a picture of it where I guess it's just like the marketing materials because he hasn't seen it anywhere. He's still trying to find it. But yeah, I told him like, hey, I'd put a shout out on the show because we have a lot of big non-sport collectors out there. It's hard to give much more detail other than the fact that it's Mickey Mouse painting on the card. If anybody has seen this card or anybody knows anybody who has it, there's $1 million bounty on it right now. So there you go. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that there's a Mickey Mouse logo man out there. All right, where are we going from here? Let's see. I think we're almost to the Pokemon segments. Oh, last thing I think I had on this was Heystack at the National. So Heystack's going to be at the National. They are going to be set up basically where you can go to their booth, you can check out their equipment and all that. But what's really cool is they're going to offer to scan your cards. And then once those cards are scanned in, essentially have a marketplace where people can go out and look at them and then make offers on them.
Wow.
So
right then and there.
Yeah. So it's like, if you wanted to scan your cards, go look around the show, do whatever, and just wait for an offer. They will send an offer to your phone, let you know, hey, someone's wanting to buy your card. And you can either, I don't know if you're leaving your cards there or if you take them with you and you have to bring them back or what the deal is, but essentially this is one of the best ideas I've heard in a long time as far as like how to not only utilize their product, but it's also, I want to go to these shows sometimes and I want to sell my cards, but it's hard to do it because it's, especially when you've got like niche stuff like non-sports cards at the National, it's not necessarily the biggest collector universe there because most of them are after sports cards of some kind. So it's like, I don't know who to sell this to, especially at a price where it's like, I'm going to get at least 80% or more. You know, it's hard to get people to pay over 80%. But if you found an actual collector that wanted that card, they probably would be more willing to get closer to comps. And this is the only way to do it without having a booth set up there. Cause it's like,
great.
You don't have people just like coming up to you saying, hey, are you selling non-sport cards? You know, at least now you'll have a centralized place to go and check it out. So
that's actually a really good idea.
I know, right? Like, that's
like if you just came, if you just came and you didn't bring any product and all it was like a iPad and you can look through, and it's other people's cards and you get like what, let's say 5% or whatever the case.
Yeah, I don't even know if
Of
they're
the
taking
sale.
a cut or not. Yeah,
Which
but
is
either
crazy.
way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so just something to think about. If you are going to the National, go check out the Heystack booth, and you can get your card scanned and hopefully just get some offers right then and there. I'll tell you, any Disney cards will be very expensive. I can only imagine, but that is what I'm looking for. I will be going over there to see if I can buy it.
Yeah, do you have a game plan? Are you looking to find something particular? Like what's the which I meant to also say to you, if you find the Dodgers Luffy, the first one, the pitching Luffy, and a 10, let me know.
You into
I want to buy it. I want to pay like 42 for it.
$42. 4,200.
That's how much it's going for. It's like really? 45.5.
I'm looking for a Lorcana Buzz on Wednesday if I can.
The Jungle Ranger?
Yeah, I want the PSA 10 because I want to put that on a necklace and wear it to the TCG interview. Yes, you know, because I'm going to be talking about Lorcana.
You have one of those things, right?
No, I don't. I've got a necklace, but it doesn't have like a card holder on it.
Do you have a 3D printer?
No, I don't. And that's a real shock even to me that I don't have a 3D printer.
You don't have a 3D printer?
But I figured I'm sure I can buy one at that show.
Oh yeah, there'll be around.
There'll definitely be some. So the other thing that I just did buy over the weekend though was I think I'm up to 9. I think I got like 9 boxes of 2024 Disney Chrome. So we've been talking about 2023 Disney Chrome or Disney 100 for a long time. And those are the prices that we've been talking about how much it's been skyrocketing. But 2024 is also now starting to increase
because it's
very low pop and the other ones you're priced out of. But now that's like, oh, well, I still want to get in. And 2024 is very low pop. You've got some additional characters in there. And you've got just the fact that it's a little bit more available in the US. Because like that was one of those products that I was breaking here in the US. I was getting it
the first time
over.
You were breaking.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things I was breaking because I was getting it shipped over from my buddies who had it over in the UK and they were shipping it to me. And I know a few other people were doing it. And they did it with Disney 100, but not quite as much. So like when I'm finding deals on Disney 100, I'm finding it on UK and France and Germany eBay sites.
Brazil,
Spain is one of them actually.
España.
But yeah, all that being said, 2023 is skyrocketing and a lot of people are just holding. They're not even putting the cards out there for sale, even at crazy high prices. And I think for a good reason. I showed off like that picture of the 2023 Disney 100 boxes I finally just got in,
bro.
And I bought them, like I said, for $2,000 and they're now, they're over $5,000 a box. And so it's like, I fully believe that is the, first edition
I agree.
Pokemon of the Disney world.
I agree. I was going to put your address in the comments, but I stopped.
Thank you for not doing that. I really appreciate that.
Typed it out and I was like, backspace.
Well, the fact that you've got, this being the second year of Topps Disney, there's good reason why you're seeing those starting to increase. I may have gotten a little too trigger happy. I went out on Funkel's advice and I bought 5 of those boxes for $1,500 each from Dave and Adam's website.
The 2024
boxes. So I bought 5 of them for $1,500 each, which, it's a little high because I then went out to Germany's eBay site and I bought 4 more boxes. I think I got them each for less than $1,000. Now, granted, I bought all the ones that I could that looked reputable. There were some that had like 0 feedback, and I'm just like,
nope,
yeah,
don't do it.
Well, so one of them I did, but I messaged him first, and I was just like, hey, man, I'll be honest, I'm just like a little iffy because it didn't even have a real picture. It was like a marketing picture of the box. I was like, can you send me at least a picture of it? And he sent me not only a front picture, a back picture with like a post-it of today's date and his username. And I was just like, okay, well,
I always tell the people to take a picture with a spoon.
Why a spoon?
Just random.
Oh, okay.
Because they can always like.
Well, I didn't even tell him to include anything with it. And he at least just like put a post-it in there with the date. And
they can also do that. You know what I mean?
I know it could be an AI thing and we'll find out, but it seemed real enough. And it could just be, I think what a lot of people were doing is they bought those boxes and that was like, they're not card people, but they got the boxes. And so they were just holding on to them and they're like, oh, well, now I'm going to sell it. I don't know where to sell it. I don't have an eBay. I'll just make an eBay and I'll try and sell it there. So there are still a few on there that are like 500 euros, which, after taxes and some shipping and the costs, the currency difference, you're going to look at closer to 1,000, maybe a little over. But all that being put out there, I think that well, I was going to say, I'm not saying all that being said. But yeah, I can't find, like, I wanted Disney Sapphire, 2024 Disney Sapphire, but those are going for like 6,000. Obviously that case, I think there was a $10 case that we mentioned that sold for 40,000. So but that was like, I think David Adams now has them listed at 50,000. But I saw like on June 30th, there was a box of Sapphire that sold for 6,000.
Dang.
So yeah, it's again, it's just a weird, crazy world to see like all these new collectors coming in and realizing what's going on. And then you're also seeing like the bump in Lorcana because of this too. I think a lot of these are connected. And this is also, I want to say all this to also mention 2025, I think may be the next one. And I don't think it's going to be 2026 because I do
have some boxes of 2025.
Do you really?
I do.
I really need Topps to go ahead and admit like, oh, that was a mistake. We made a mistake because the whole superfractor issue with 2026, the odds are not right whatsoever.
I did find some retail product at Walmart over the weekend.
For 2026 blasters?
For 2026.
That's all I would buy.
I haven't opened them.
Megas can also have the hits in them, but I would only buy blasters because like
that's insane.
The 1-of-1 Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and
Keira
Knightley auto card just got pulled from a blaster box. Every other blaster, every other 1-of-1 that you've seen. I've had so many people who listen to the show message and just be like, "Thank you again so much for the advice on buying the blaster because." This is what we pulled. And I think at least one or two of them have pulled supers. If not, they pulled like autos or reflection cards or other big stuff. Granted, when I've done it, I have literally not hit anything.
And how many of them have you opened?
At least the case.
At least the case. How many's in a case?
40.
Like 40? Jeez.
Over the course of like, since it came out to now.
Yeah.
So all that being put out, enough about 2026 is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Going back to 2025 though, yes, there's printing errors as far as like they don't gem as well. And you also have an issue where it's just printed more. There's more of it than there was of 2024 and 2023. However, it was also the first year that they started doing real autographs in there. There's also like some other cool inserts that they did. And overall, it's not a terrible look to the card. It's not like the best. It's like, it's got a racetrack as opposed to like the bubbles that is 2026, like the background of the base images. I don't really like either of them, but it's not terrible. So all that, I got to work. I'm really working on not saying.
You got it, man. What are they called? Word whiskers?
Word whiskers. But the 2025 is now going to be the next one that is actually attainable. And you're still looking at a world where you've got something special about this, which is like the autos.
The autos. That's huge.
I was talking with F1, she's a huge Disney collector, and she actually has the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse. She pulled it. I want to say that was with Filth Bomb. I think they pulled the 1-of-1 Mickey Mouse from that just within the last few months.
Wow.
Disney 2025 Disney Chrome, like we've talked about earlier, it came out early this year. I think it came out in October of last year. So it hasn't even been out a full year yet. Yeah. But we were messaging and she was like, yeah, I'm just kind of surprised we haven't heard more about 2025. And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I think there should be more appreciation to what that product was.
I think to your point, the autographs are going to be huge.
I do too. Well, they were.
Yeah. And the poor gem rate because PSA 10s are going to be even more expensive because it's hard to get.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there was, I'm trying to see if there was any other points that she had made about why that is also like a great set. But either way, I think there's a lot of room, for anybody getting in on the Disney train still, like even if you were to get to 2023 or 2024. But these are the reasons why we talk about it so much, is just because prices are going crazy and it makes sense for an IP as popular as it is. All right. So there we go. That was everything. And then PSA introducing slab cards or slab card holders. that's going to be interesting. Ray has some thoughts he's concerned about, but we'll see. And then they also just opened their 5th grading facility, which I was actually really happy to see. I'm hoping that the opening of this new grading facility helps even more quickly alleviate the backlog.
Where is it?
Plano, Texas, which is
that's great.
Yeah, which is
so like
it's funny.
Our
I
stuff
like
doesn't
Plano.
have to go all the way to like California,
and I think there's
Florida.
another one on and I think it's Florida. Or is there also one in the Northeast? I thought like in Philadelphia maybe, but they've also BGS Beckett is in Texas, and PSA has another building headquarters over there too. So it makes sense they would have that one there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm very interested in this Pokemon dip.
The people are screaming Chicken Little, man. They're saying that the Pokemon market is crashing. And I think it's what we were talking about earlier is it's summer slowdown. People aren't spending money. Things are dipping. Everyone's saving their money for the new 30th anniversary that's coming out.
Absolutely.
Which when things are down, and we've talked about this is a perfect opportunity for the people that have money to go out and buy things at a discounted rate and make money in the future. If you believe in if you believe in it, this is a perfect opportunity to purchase the items and make money in the future. With that being said,
yes,
I have 5 cards that are currently down 30% or more in PSA 10s that I think that you need to buy the dip.
Okay.
All right.
I'm in. Yeah.
You ready?
Hit me.
First one, the Mega Charizard Special Illustration Rare out of Phantasmal Flames.
Oh, okay.
Yep. In April, it sold for $2,800 average. Is currently selling for $2,000. It's 29% decrease.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So I think it is around a $2,800 card.
Okay.
There's a lot of them out there. The pop is high on that one, but in my opinion, it is the best looking modern Charizard card to date.
Okay.
It has the whole evolution line of Charizard in that card.
Yeah.
From Charmander all the way to Mega Charizard in one card.
It is a cool card.
It looks fantastic. So you can get it at a discount for $2,000 currently. The Ascended Heroes Mega Dragonite SIR.
Mm-hmm.
April sold for $2,500. It is currently selling for $1,600.
And that's a PSA 10 again?
It's a PSA 10. All these are PSA 10s.
Okay.
So buy the dip. That's a 36% decrease.
Okay.
All right. The Mewtwo EX SIR out of Ascended Heroes in April sold for $1,400. It is now selling for $825.
Oh, wow.
42% decrease.
Okay.
You can pick this up for less than $1,000. One of the modern chase cards out of Ascended Hero, a Mewtwo with Giovanni on it.
Yeah.
Great looking card for less than $1,000 in a PSA 10.
Okay. All right.
No brainer. The Trikachu.
What?
The Trikachu?
What's a Trikachu?
The Pikachu out of Ascended Heroes, the one that's next to a tree.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Exactly. So that's the nickname for this card.
Yeah.
And history shows that any card that has a natural nickname will eventually go up in price.
I could see that. I mean, it makes sense that there'd be like, if there's enough attention given to it that it gets its own nickname, that there would be a fandom for it.
The Trikachu sold in April for $4,200. It is currently selling for $2,400.
What is that? What percentage?
42% decrease.
Okay. All right.
For the Trikachu.
Okay.
I think this is a play.
Is that the last one?
Nope. I got one more. Mega Gengar out of Extended Heroes, the SIR. In April, sold for $4,000. It is currently selling for $2,200.
That was again Ascended Heroes, you said?
Ascended Heroes is a 44% decrease on that one.
Were 4 of the 5 of those Ascended Heroes?
Yes.
What? So I saw your post, which looked amazing, by the way. I appreciate the artwork that you did that was not AI, which is very impressive. I am curious though, because in what you showed in that was how of modern sets, Ascended Heroes is like the second biggest, like as far as increasing in value.
Correct. Well, the top 30 cards.
Yeah.
And price.
Because you based it off of like the top 30 cards on TCG Player. What are they selling for? You did it across multiple different sets of Pokemon. And other than Evolving Skies, Ascended Heroes was next in line.
Correct. And it was only maybe $300 difference.
I found it really interesting too, because I would have thought like, oh, 151 or Prismatic, and they were on there, but Prismatic was number 3 and 151 was number 4, which also was very surprising because the numbers. So just to share this, if you guys did not see this post, it was like $7,700 is what the top 30 raw cards do for Evolving Skies. 6,400 is what the Ascended Heroes do. Prismatic was close at 6,100, but then Pokemon, the top 30 cards total $2,000
for 151.
For 151, excuse me. Yeah,
and these are all raw prices.
For 151, it was $2,000. I find that to be shocking, considering is how much people are paying for 151. And I mean, I know Prismatic, there's a lot of people saying like, oh, that's going to go up in value. But you just talked about 4 of the 5 cards that have dipped quite a bit for Ascended Heroes.
In PSA 10s.
Did you choose those specifically because you're like, oh, Ascended Heroes is going to go up based on this information? Or did it just so happen to be that those...
It just so happened to be that way.
Really?
It was one of the most expensive, like the biggest difference from April to what it is now, percentage-wise.
Okay. All right.
Which it makes sense because it kind of came out around that time. So they're going to be expensive and then they're going to dip and then they're going to go back up.
I will say that.
So that's why buy the dip. The dip. And again, for that information that you just gave us, Evolving Skies came out in 2021.
That's crazy that's like the next one is 5 years later.
So think about that.
Yeah.
2021. So you would think that maybe it would gain speed, gain more, be more expensive because it's now 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
And it's got the Moonbryon in it, which is an iconic.
Oh, that's right.
An iconic card of the modern era, right?
Sure.
So you would think this set would go up, but you can look at Ascended Heroes.
Yeah. Well, I do think that some would make the argument that maybe Ascended Heroes is, and maybe even Prismatic, are overpriced compared to if Evolving Skies, which has so much history comparatively, and it's got, this iconic card in it, is that one that doesn't necessarily mean it should go up, but it just means the other ones should go down. Like the Ascended Heroes and Prismatic should go down, like they're overpriced.
I don't think they're overpriced. I think they'll continue to be expensive, if not be more expensive. And over time, I think it'll be more expensive than Evolving Skies. Because the roster, or in this case, the card the set list, if you will, is stronger. It's deeper. The depth, it's deeper.
I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean, looking at Ascended Heroes, like apples to apples, just as a, I'm not as big of I'm not as knowledgeable on Pokemon as you are by any means. And a lot of other people, I'm not as knowledgeable, but I know what I like and I know what I think like pops more and looks better. And in my personal opinion, I think Ascended Heroes is one of the best looking of those sets, as far as like, it's really cool. It's different artwork. It's like a different style in a lot of ways.
And you have all the heavy hitters in it. You have Mewtwo,
exactly.
You have Gengar, you have
Dragonite,
Pikachu, Dragonite.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a who's who. So, imagine if there was evolutions in there, it would be the best set ever.
Okay. All right.
And that's why Prismatic, that's why it's separate, right? Because can you imagine if they mesh both the sets together?
I hope that
it would be insane.
A video of this soon so that I can go back and look at it while I'm at the National, so I can go around looking for those cards.
Dude, I'll send you a list.
Yeah,
I'm already, like I told you, I want to get the pitching Luffy because it's down a little bit, and I want to pay under 5,000. But I'm almost considering not spending that money on that and just picking up all these cards.
Well,
because I've wanted to pick up the Gengar for so long. And the Phantasmal Flames Charizard, but it was so expensive. And I'm like, I can't get myself, because of the pop.
Yeah.
I can't get myself to spend that much. I think at one point it was like, I want to say it might have been $4,000.
Oh, wow.
For a 10. I'm not 100% sure. But so if I can pick it up for under right around $2,000 and it's a Charizard, you look at the index of Pokemon, what are the top cards that you need to pick up? Charizard's number 1. Pikachu's number 2. Gengar's number 3.
Yeah.
Well,
I am fully convinced that there's so many good deals to have right now.
There's so many good deals.
At Pokemon or Lorcana or Topps Chrome Disney or Marvel or any of these things that we've been talking about today. and I was talking about last week, and I think the week before, Star Wars, I think is still going to be huge next year when we hit the 50th anniversary. Now's the time to start collecting that, guys. If you're going to the National, look for those Star Wars cards, because that is something that a lot of those guys will have. But all that being, but I am still questioning. I keep buying stuff, right? I keep getting more things, and they've gone up in value for the most part. When do you sell? That is a question that's actually one of the questions I'm going to talk to Gary Vee and Logan Paul
That's
about.
a great question.
I'm going to ask them, when do you sell? Because
especially in Logan Paul's case, right? He's buying all this stuff that's really expensive.
I think at one point
he said
he spent $9 million on collectibles in the last 6 months, like in this year alone. So
well,
it's
he's got like 16 to play with.
Well, so. And I think he made a comment. He's like, my finance guy's getting mad at me because he calls me and says I've spent $9 million this year in collectibles, and he's like, man, you should be happy I haven't spent $10 million.
That's right.
And I was like, that, you know what, it's funny. And that was one of the moments where I was like, maybe I don't dislike him as much. But anyways, it's this question that I keep asking myself, because it's like, I know what's, put away in a safe, or put away, like, the things I'm collecting are things that are going up in value. And I just don't know, like, well, the Disney 100 boxes, I feel like, I need to hold these for a very long time, because where are we, 20, almost 30, over 30 years removed from when the first edition, no, that was 99, almost 30 years removed from when the first edition Pokemon came out. And now we're talking about these boxes selling for over $500,000. And it's like, well, do I have to wait another, call it 26, 27 years before
your Disney stuff?
Yeah, my Disney stuff goes up? Or do I sell it when it hits 10 grand a box? I mean, 10 grand a box is still what? 5Xing my money. That's great for a lot of things. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be the guy who sells it for 10 grand when it goes to 50 grand or 100 grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. But, like in Pokemon, something happened which was unprecedented. The pandemic really was the catalyst of everything going up like crazy.
Sure.
Like if you look at probably first edition box prices pre-2020, it would be a percentage of what it's, after 2020.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's unprecedented what happened.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just added fuel to this hobby.
Yeah. And I guess now it's like, okay, I know it's up and I know it's doing well. So what do I do? That's the question. And that's where I would like somebody to give me an answer that makes me feel like, oh yeah, I can do that. Or I want to do that.
I mean, it depends on what you want to sell it for. I mean, it would suck because there's a point to where it can go up so much to where the group of people that can purchase it is decreasing slowly. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh man, what do I do? Like if it goes up to $100,000 or $500,000 a box.
Yeah.
Who's the person that's going to buy a box for $500,000? Not many, right? Yeah. And justify the purchase.
It's what's weird is we're living in a time where it's not many, but there's still more than there were probably 5-10 years ago. Like there's a lot of people who have a lot of money these days, especially in the US, who have like crypto boys, and they've got all this like disposable income that they want to spend it on things like this. And it's like, okay, I have something that I know has a lot of nostalgia for people, and it's got a very collectible nature to it. The bigger problem for me too is I also really like this. Like I have had stocks as investments, and I've had other things that I've like feel, oh, that's going to go up in value. I've got some skateboards that, so I've got some skateboard decks that,
Pokemon, like the bear.
Yeah. Who made those decks?
The Pokemon ones, right?
Yeah, but it's
bear.
No, it's not bear.
Yeah. It's
like Santa Clara or something like that. Dang it. Anyways, but
the design is like,
but it's got Pokemon
Bear Grylls or something.
No, it's got Pokemon on the bottom of them, and they are blind box. They're blind bag.
Yes.
Ones. And there were someone that were gold, and I bought some of those, and I was like, these are going to go up in value, and they did go up in value. And that all means something, because I used to skateboard as a kid, not very well, but I did a little bit. And I'm just like, those things mean something to me, and those are the things that I want to hold on to more than I want to hold on to a stock or like a penny collection or whatever else there is to, increase in value. But that also makes it harder for me to get rid of it when maybe I should get rid of it. It's like, oh, is now the time? Is it in 5 years or whatever? So
it depends on what it is, right? So hypothetically, you bought a box, Disney 100, $5,000. Let's just say, let's put a pretty number on it.
I mean, that's lower than what they're going for right now, but that's fine. We can go.
So let's say a year from now, they go up to 10. You selling?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
It's up to you. You're the one.
So,
are you selling at 10? You double your price.
It's really hard for me to say I would do that for that. Like, for maybe 2024.
No, we're talking Disney 100.
I know, but I'm just saying
$5,000. So you wouldn't sell it for 10. Next year, another year goes by. They have now doubled in price again. So it's $20,000. Are you selling for 20? For $1?
Well, it's also like, depends. Do I need the money? Or is there another thing out there that I could do even better on that I care about?
Let's say right now that you don't need the money. You're exactly where you are now. It's $20,000.
It's hard, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's the problem. That's why I'm asking, because I don't know.
Well, it's up to the person that's selling it's up for you to sell it.
I know, but that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what I want to do.
Everyone, $1 Million Man said everyone's got a price. What's your price?
$1 Million Man? Who's that?
Ted DiBiase.
By the way, it's Santa Cruz that makes those. And
but there was like a bear.
Yes, I did see something when I Googled it that said Bear Walker.
Bear Walker.
Santa Cruz is the ones that make them. The blind boxes, apparently, there's one on bids that has a day left that's up to $400. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's an interesting time to be a collector, especially if it's like things that you like. Because if this is like a card that I bought and I had no real interest in, and I just bought it because I know it's going to go up in value, easy enough. And I would probably sell it early because it's like I don't care as much about it. The things that you care more about, I think those are the collectors that end up probably making even more money on their item when they end up selling it, because they held it longer than many people rightfully would have, because they would say to themselves, oh, well, I have, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. It's like, I got my bird in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and sell it.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
It's harder for me to do that when it's something that I like and I believe in.
What would be some world indicators?
Well, that's the thing.
That would be that I guess that we're going into, that you can see that it's like, okay, we're probably going to be going into a recession.
So
I should probably sell this box.
Seeing what what is it? I think Nvidia dropped quite a bit today. I think on Friday, Tesla dropped 15%. Google, I think, dropped as well. And it's all about like AI fears and things like that. That's an indication to me. Is like, oh, well, sell now before we hit a recession, because if we're in a recession, more than likely the collectibles market's going to be hit as well. Mm-hmm. And if nothing else, I could sell now for top dollar. And if there's a recession, I could probably buy back in at a lower price. But I also know me, and I know if I'm in a recession, I don't feel comfortable buying really high dollar items. And I don't know if I would want to buy it then, because I would get in my head. Like right now, the Jesse that I am now knows, oh yeah, if you can find it for cheaper, buy it, because it doesn't matter what happens in a year or two. Like if it drops, that's great, because in 10 years, it's going to go to the moon.
Yeah, we never know.
And that's where it becomes very difficult, because there's also been times where I held too long and I could have.
Do you have an example of that when you held too long on something?
I mean, these skateboards are a great example, because I bought them at $200 a pop.
Here's the thing. Before you buy anything crazy, can you consult with me?
Well, these I bought before the podcast.
I'd be like, Jesse, don't buy these skateboards.
No, I want to buy. I knew they were a good investment when I bought them.
How much have they gone up since you bought them?
So they're going for like $450. It looks like right now, but I believe there was
What'd
a time
you pay for them?
Like $200 a piece. So it's like,
go ahead and put them
doubled
on
in value.
Go ahead and put them on eBay.
But there's like there's a gold. Ooh, what is this one? Pokemon Santa Cruz Gold Mimikyu. Excuse me. Sold January 28th for $5,000. So
but you don't even know what's
that's a blind bag. Exactly. So it's like there's the other factor of like, do I just open it and find out what's in there? So yeah, I don't know. This is one of those things where Funkel talked about, like when he came on, it's like, have a plan for what you're doing.
Have a plan.
And I talked about this on SCN today, where it's like advice for people going to the national. Have a plan for what you're buying. Whatever it is, just know what you're going to do with it. And I am so guilty of not knowing what I'm going to do with it.
Yep. That's
all I know is
willy-nilly.
All I know is when I see a good deal, I want to take advantage of it.
Willy-nilly sports boy.
Oh, willy. You say that a lot. You're always saying willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly.
But yeah, this is where I'm at. And I think there's probably, if I'm like this, I know there's a lot of other collectors that are in this position as well.
It's a good problem to have, right? Like, I don't want to sell my collectibles because they're going up in price.
Exactly.
That's a great problem to have.
Exactly.
That's
it's
a great problem
I get to show off these, and I get to have it's their fun talking points. It's good content, and I get to like brag about it, in the times where I'm not being very humble. And it's a fun thing to have where I can invest in something and also enjoy it.
Invest in something that you understand too.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Because you can invest in stocks and all that, and some people understand it. Yeah, for sure, right? But for like a millennial like myself, I understand Pokemon way more.
Yeah.
And it's beating the stock market.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so
it's
my Rayquaza is doing numbers right now.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people that would like to hear what maybe some guys who are more financially sound than you and I and a lot of others would think. So I'm going to ask.
Maybe you can ask
Gary and Logan.
Yeah, that would be a great question. Which leads us, this is a great segue, that Japan is looking to regulate the Pokemon trading card market.
Which that is so interesting to me. And
like the government of Japan is looking to regulate the trading card market. And I know because it would be a lot safer. There's like a lot of money laundering going on, the whole China going over Japan and spending money there and going back to China.
Yeah.
Because there's a weird, I need to look this up. I think you can only spend Chinese money in China.
That makes sense. I remember hearing something about this.
That's why there's so many high rises with like nothing in them.
Yeah.
Because you have to, do stuff in there. And I don't know 100%. So if you know for sure, let me know in the comments. But what do you think about this? Because I think this was intense. I don't think it would ever happen here in the States, just because we're America, baby.
There's kind of a regulation going right now, right? Where they're opening your sealed box. They're taking the plastic wrap off. That's a type of regulation but it's not enforced by any government agency or anything. And when I think of Japan doing some kind of regulation, that's what I think of is like the government is going to enforce things in some form or fashion. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Like, does that mean like, oh, you can't sell cards on a certain day of the week, or you have to, take the cellophane wrapper off of them, or whatever the case may be? I don't know what that would look like.
I think it's more like being like buying and selling like large cards and like
they're taxed more or something.
Taxed more maybe, or making let the people know. I don't know, like, because the money laundering thing is, like if you go to a bank and you're like, I want to deposit like $20,000, you're going to have to fill out how many forms?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just like put $20,000 cash in the bank all at once.
Yeah. And that's where people are always saying, we want the hobby to grow. We want more people in here because it helps the hobby get bigger overall, but it also creates more reason for governments to start regulating things. And maybe this is where Japan starts doing this. And then you see other countries, and I could see the US instituting some kind of regulation to where it's like, well, we're going to tax you more because this is now a collectible asset class, and this is something that we feel is deemed to be more tax worthy or whatever.
Exactly. And it's so easy to move those cards, right? If you're hiding money, if you're money laundering.
Tell me how to money launder.
I don't know exactly, but here's the thing. So like I have my brother-in-law works for TSA.
Oh, baby,
and
here we go.
Legally, I think they can only, if you go on an airplane, you can only carry $5,000 cash.
Dude, I literally asked Mike about this on the pod today because I was just like, is there a limit? Because I'm taking cash to the national. And
I think you can only carry $5,000.
Well, he takes much more than that, like in his check bag, and he's never been called out for it.
Well, that's great.
I'm going to Google this real quick while you go.
I'm pretty sure, and I can call him. But I think it's $5,000 or $10,000. I can't remember what it is, but if they find you with the money, what is it? Did you look?
Yep. So this is what I had guessed with him, and it does turn out to be correct. So there's no legal maximum limit of the amount of cash you can carry on a flight in the U.S. However, if it is an international flight, those flights require reporting anything over $10,000.
$10,000?
Yep.
Okay. But I know that I think they can flag you if you look a little shady, and you have to have like some sort of plan with the money that you're doing.
Yeah. And here's the thing. That's fine. I'm sure I look shady to a lot of people.
But think about this. So instead of you say it's over 10,000 or whatever the amount of money is, right?
Yeah.
If you have $20,000 cash in your bag, or let's say $100K.
Yeah.
Right. That's a little like, whoa, that's a lot of money that you're carrying around.
Yeah.
Dude, if you have a Zion case, one card can be $100K.
Exactly. Well,
so and then they don't even know. So like you can use $100K, buy a card for $100K, and then just move it around, and nobody really notices it, and then you just resell it again, or it's like money laundering to the max.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that makes sense why there would be some people who would want to regulate that.
We need to start selling drugs and buy all the the Disney 100 boxes.
I don't even know if that's out of context. I mean, like, that's just a statement that was just said. I don't even know if there's a correct context where it'd be like, oh, that sounds fine in the right context.
No. I don't even know. I bet there's some drug dealers out there that quit selling drugs and then started selling trading cards because they're making more money.
I hope so. Get them off and stop selling drugs and start selling drugs.
Quit ruining people's lives.
What about, you also had George Condo on here?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly. And you brought this up on the SEN pod. This was like a big thing during Fanatics Fest. If you didn't know, George Condo is a fine art artist. He's a painter.
And he's not Cause, just the Kaws.
Yes, that is another artist.
This is their problem. That Topps should not have started doing collabs with two different artists at the same time.
Well,
because now I'm confused.
Kaz is more of like a street art artist, and he's done like pop culture collaborations before. He's done stuff with Nike. He's doing stuff with, he does stuff all the time. He's basically like the Andy Warhol of our age.
Okay.
Right. So he's doing like a bunch of, that's Kaz, right? But George Condo is like a legitimately like fine art artist.
Yes.
Some would say one of the biggest living artists of our generation. Right.
Okay. Yep.
And so for him now, and if you didn't know, he is doing a one-of-one paintings of trading cards in some Topps products. I don't know exactly
what product is
products
come out in.
they are.
Yeah.
Right. There's like Tom Brady. There was a cat one. There was
Well, so when I was at that panel where Ryan Reynolds was speaking for the Deadpool product, he did one of Deadpool, I believe, as well.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, because he came out on stage with them. So at the time I was thinking it was the Cause guy because I was
no.
confused.
The Cause guy is like a younger guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. And so George Condo, and he's a well-renowned artist. He did the album artwork for Kanye West's Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
He did some other promotional materials for that album as well, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
By the way,
believe
this George Condo Topps collab set is set to drop this fall, but I do not see a name of a product that it's dropping in.
Okay.
So
also, I believe that the Kanye West album is ranked number 17 on the Rolling Stone top 500 albums of all time.
The music or the artwork?
The music.
Oh, okay.
But for him to be associated with that album is a big deal. But regardless, this is a really big deal because you are able to get a fine art piece in a trading card set that is, think of like you getting a Monet or a Picasso or a Van Gogh, and you owning that piece is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And that would be amazing to have, right? And the only thing is with this, I don't know if I'd be very curious if they give away the actual first card that he painted and not just cards like an insert. In my mind, it's an SSP that they're going to put into a product where it's just going to
it'll be it would be a redemption, and you'll be able to get that.
I bet. Well, that's my hope, is that there's at least one person that can find a redemption card where they get the actual one.
Yeah, they have to.
I would hope so.
And I don't know what they paid him to commission this, but I did pull up some, just so people are aware. Here's some sales of his artwork. Okay, 2010 force field art painting sold for $6.9 million.
Okay, that's
nude and forms painting 2014 sold for $6.16 million.
Okay.
Linear collection in 2010 sold for $4.9 million.
So
Escaping from the Dark sold for $4.7 million, and transparent female forms in 2009 sold for $4.7 million.
So he's got multiple works of art that have sold for multiple millions of dollars.
Correct.
And now he's going to be doing trading cards.
Exactly.
I mean, it's interesting. I will say it's interesting. And I do think it brings another layer of collector into this, like the fine art collector. Because I don't think there's many fine art collectors that are like, oh, I'm collecting these cards for the artwork. You know, like I think there's probably
as
some
non-sports trading card collectors, one of the things that we always look for are sketch cards.
Absolutely. Well, and then
this is the ultimate sketch card. This is the ultimate sketch card.
I will say it's not the first time Topps has done something like this. They had like that Topps Project 70 where they did like a number of athletes, and it was like these works of art with different artists, and they had like some really cool interpretations.
But it wasn't the actual art piece.
Exactly. No, well, I mean, and this, to be fair, most people won't get the actual art piece of this. It's not like he's going to go out there and make 50,000 of these cards. He'll make a handful of them, and you'll be very fortunate if you get the real one and not a picture of one on another card, which
a print
again, I think those will still be SSPs that will probably still do
I don't
well.
think that SSP will exist. I think it will be
just one card for you in general.
Yes.
I hope that's the case. I really do. It would be even cooler to say like, oh, there's not, you know, the original art is the card. There's not another version.
Exactly.
Of that. But I can also see the other end of that. Cause it's like, I think about how, you know, Star Wars Galaxy has all these original art pieces of the movies and characters, and those pieces of art exist outside of this. Like there's prints, and you can do posters and stuff like that. And there's somebody who has like the original painting of one of them.
But I don't think that was the whole, like they made
it the intention.
Yeah. I think they made that whole panel the big deal because you're able to get one of these cards in here.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be really cool.
I think the Tom Brady one is the best looking one in my opinion. And for him to be the greatest quarterback of all time and have an art piece from George Condo, it's a multi-million-dollar piece of art.
I'm looking at it, and I will say, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say these exact words. My 3-year-old could have painted that. Here you go. One of the top comments over here that I'm seeing. Most disrespectful portraits, LOL. I'm looking at them, and it does look like, oh, you have to be into that art style, right? Because it doesn't look like them necessarily.
Well, that's not what art is, right?
I agree. It's up to interpretation.
If you want something that looks like photorealism, then you take a photograph.
100%. I couldn't agree more. It's just like, the card community is not the most forgiving community, and they're not the most open community at times, and especially on the sports side of things. The sports moronic
brain, tiny little brain of theirs.
Okay, well now you're being mean.
I am being mean.
Don't be mean. It's like because they deserve their moment as well, and I'm sure there's an exception to every rule. But I would
they can continue to dive through tables and do whatever else they do.
That's what your wrestling people do, though.
That's entertainment, sir.
Oh, okay.
And the tables are gimmicked.
Actually, you know what? Here's an interesting comment from Far Out Junk on this post by Hype Art, who they're the ones who posted a number of the pictures of the Condo cards. He says, I've been a real sketch card artist for 4 years, including for Topps. And this is just insulting. This guy's getting more than single digits for this. Oh, this guy's getting more than single digits for this because that's what they usually pay per card. I find that interesting how from a sketch artist coming in here. And
you're not a renowned when you sell a painting for multi-millions of dollars,
sure,
then come talk to me.
That's fair. That's a fair comment.
What are we doing?
I mean, obviously he did spell the number 4 FOR. So, I don't know. I'm not insulting
people. People just, it mind boggles me that you'll be able, like, they don't get it. Like, this is going to be something that's going to be like that Deadpool card. I don't think is going to go in a product. So whoever gets that is going to be like,
I think they gave that card away.
That's insane.
At the show. I think Ryan Reynolds gave it away to a kid.
That's insane, bro.
But just to go back to this in the Venn diagram of card collectors and fine art collectors, I think you're looking at a very tiny sliver of that Venn diagram that overlaps. And because I mean, just looking at the comment section alone is very negative of the sports card collector that is seeing these cards for the first time. So it doesn't mean like they're not going to want it if they find out it's $1 million or whatever the case is, but it's still like the term cash grab comes out a lot in those comments. And I think there's probably some who could say like, oh, well, that's what this is. But I like to view it as more of a, hey, we're expanding our reach of who is a collector of cards.
This has Mark Rubin. Who's the
Michael Rubin?
Michael Rubin.
Uh-huh.
This has Michael Rubin written all over it.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think him and George are friends. And I think that he has purchased some pieces from George. Yeah. And I think that's just a conversation that they probably had and said, hey, how cool would it be if you did this? And they're like, yeah, let's do it.
I'll tell you what, on Friday at noon, we're doing an interview with Rubin and Mahan.
That's awesome.
And I'll ask him that.
Yeah, of course.
Is this like a thing you're doing because he's your buddy, or do you actually are you a collector of his art? Or
no, I think it's both.
Who is this geared toward? That's what I want to ask him.
And it's growing this is not a part. This isn't like a dusty old LCS, old people in there looking to get penny cards. It's not that anymore.
Sure.
This is worldwide, global sponsored shit. Like this is like, it's blown out to what it is now. And for it to have arguably one of the best fine art artists in our generation to have their artwork in any kind of trading card product is crazy.
Well, I think that there's going to be a lot of people who agree with you, but I think there's going to be a much bigger amount of people that would be upset about this. Like,
why would they be upset? They're only growing the hobby
because they get to be upset and they like to be upset. And little things that are different than
this is back to like the Logan Paul argument, right? It's like, do you not want your cards to go up in value? By doing so, you have to grow the hobby. This is
a good way to do it.
This is a good way to do it. It transcends. Now on your CNN, on your 10 o'clock news, on all your news, George Condo, $1 million artist, is now drawing for trading cards.
I agree. I can totally 100% see it. It's just, I also have seen how people react to change and things that are different. And you know how that goes. And it's okay because eventually they'll see, hopefully they will see that maybe they were mistaken. And I think this is going to be one of those where it could flop for a majority, but no one will care because the people that did care, they got the card, and there's going to be enough people out there that love his art that those cards will still maintain value as long as the card community continues to hold up. So yeah, I even after, right? So yeah, I'm with you. I do get it.
Support your local artist. Do you have any art hanging in your home?
We don't have anything hanging on our walls.
Come on,
like,
bro.
we don't even have family pictures.
Well, that's right. You don't.
We're very like minimalist in that way.
You don't have a live, laugh, love somewhere in there?
Thank goodness. No. I think there's like on our kitchen cabinet or on a kitchen wall, we have like a little thing that says, dang it. Now I can't even remember what it says. I took it. It was in the background of that picture.
It says live, laugh, love.
No, it does not. It says, I've got it right here because it was in the background of the Disney. What does it say? Oh, it's all good. That's what it says.
It's all
That's
good.
the only real signage we have in our home. So, and you know what? I believe in that.
It's all good.
It's all good. All right, there you go. That's our show.
That's our show.
You got anything else? I think we've covered it. I think that's good.
Harry Potter, Cockawau, TCG.
Oh, yeah. There's a new TCG.
It's coming out.
We'll see. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going Harry Potter-ish. Upper Deck talked about their trading cards, which again, we haven't heard anything else about that other than they're making them. HBO's got the show. This is going on. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been as huge of a Harry Potter guy, and I know there are big fans out there. So
I don't get it.
Be curious.
But yeah. I'm not a big Harry Potter guy anyways. There was a TCG in the past. Wizards of the Coast did it and it failed. So I don't know why Cockawau is doing this.
I would like to just throw this out there before I end the show. Ray comes in today and he said he thought of a great cosplay for me other than Buzz. And he said, Wreck-It Ralph. And I think that's very apropos. I'm a big guy. I'd like to bump into things and wreck stuff. And I could easily put on a red shirt and brown overalls. And I think I'm pretty much there. My question to him though was, well, that's great for me. What is your cosplay going to be? I would like the listeners of this show to comment, whether it's in Spotify chat comments, on Instagram, on any of the places where you can see this stuff. I would like you to comment what Ray's cosplay character should be.
Negative Nancy.
That I thought it's all good for you too. I thought you were an all gooder. It's not all good.
Not with me.
I mean,
I just want to see you in this Wreck-It Ralph outfit.
Listen, we're gonna find something for you. You're gonna be one of these guys. We'll get you in there.
One of these cosplayers.
Yeah,
there was a I did see on San Diego Comic-Con. There was a Fix-It Felix, but his job
you're too big for Fix-It Felix. But
his job was to fix other cosplayers' outfits.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Isn't that cool?
Was he a seamstress or something? Could he go around sew and fix stuff up?
He was doing it.
He just hammered nails into people. That was what we call a murderer. That's what he was. Yeah. So I'd like to know what you people think. That, I believe, is the end of your show. There'll be more content coming from the National.
Yes, I want to see all the content.
There will be another episode next week when I get back. And again, Ray apologizes for not being there this year. He'll be there in the future years.
I'm excited about the wiener party that you're having.
Oh, dude, I almost forgot. Oh, man. All right. So if you've stuck it out this long, on Friday, so before the Ruben and Mahan interview thing at 12, this is at 11.
Yeah.
Outside, we've decided we're just going to meet outside the VIP area of the National, which, if you're not sure where that is, when you go into the entrance of the National, if you made a left and you go upstairs, like there's an escalator that you go upstairs, that's basically where it is. There's just an area outside, because then you have like these big conference halls you can go in. That's the VIP area. We're going to meet outside of that in the hallway, and you can see us over there. We'll have hot dogs. We'll have Hobby Nonsense 2026 National exclusive stickers.
Exclusive.
And there will also be friendship, which is the biggest win, I think, for anybody. Funkel will be there, myself, and BJ Kroger will also be with us, as well as hopefully many of you listeners. So 11 o'clock outside of the VIP area. Here's the thing I'm just now realizing too. We will have a table, and because there's a table skirt that you just brought over here.
You're going to put the glizzies on?
I don't know where that table's going to be yet. And so maybe we should move it to that. If we move it, we'll make everyone aware.
You'll be all right.
I think we're going to leave it where it's at. So.
What, no, where's the National next year?
Oh, back in Chicago.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's back in Chicago.
Same spot?
Yeah. And then it's Detroit after that. And then I'm not sure after that.
They need to have it here in Nashville.
It's just so expensive.
To have it in Nashville?
Yeah. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, where's a convention center that's big enough that's like
the Music City Convention Center,
but that's not super expensive? That thing is, you're paying a pretty penny for that. And then where you stay that's cheap enough for a bunch of people to come into town. Again, that's like downtown Nashville, not cheap as it was 5-10 years ago. So, but anyways, looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys there. Hope you all continue to be a big TCG non-sport lovers and collect what you love.
Collect what you love.
I think someone, Raymond right here, shared this with me recently. Collect what you love. He has some posts, some material with it, and that includes you sports card lovers too.
Collect what you love. That's going to be the what do we call it? The motto, our motto,
our slogan.
There
you go. I like
our
that.
mission.
Nobody's ever said it before.
Well, we're going to adopt it. That's going to be associated with Hobby Nonsense, the #1 non-sports podcast.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. My name is Ray.
My name's Jesse.
Collect what you love.